What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here again with another review for BET Presents The Encore. This is season 1, episode 5, and the episode is titled Heavy is the Head. I believe that's the name of the title. I'll have it correct in the description bar below, you guys. Now, before we actually get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any of the other videos on the channel and you're not subscribed to the channel already, what are we doing? Like, why are we continuing to go out with each other? And I'm footing the bill. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, leave your comments, like the video, share the video, all that good stuff. Now, without further ado, let's get into this review, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, we start up and we see Keely, she's in the kitchen and she's cooking breakfast, right? So then the twins are in the kitchen with her. Keely, I'm still trying to understand what Keely's purpose is. Like, Keely, I really feel like Keely's purpose in this whole shit is to be what the twins said to her, a shit stirrer. Like, Keely stirs the pot so much. So like I said, they're making breakfast, right? And while they're making breakfast, Keely as well as the twins are having a conversation about Aubrey and, you know, what she's not doing, right? Meanwhile, Aubrey overhears this whole conversation with them. So Aubrey goes outside and she's talking to Misha and to Irish, right? And she's expressing, you know, that she heard them talking shit about her and how she feels. And honestly, I'm going to agree with Aubrey on one thing. This sound of the group, if we go with all the songs that they have, that they only have 2 songs at this point. But if we go with the gist of what songs they want to do, these are going to be the songs that the twins have written and produced. So this is going to have a feel of cherish. So I'm in agreement with what Aubrey is saying. So then Sita calls the ladies, right? And while they were actually working on the song Bird's Eye View. So Sita asked the ladies, like, what's the name of the group? They tell her the name of the group, which is Blueprint. I actually don't like that name. It's really kind of, it makes me think of Jay-Z's album, The Blueprint. So then Sita tells them that, you know, we're going to have a listening party, right? And some of your former members are going to be there listening. I'm like, ooh, 702, y'all only got 1 member. And Misha, you got an issue with her, and that is Mila. Who are they going to bring from Danity Kane? It might be just Shannon. Might be Shannon or D Woods. Total, I don't know who they could bring from Total. That's going to be interesting. 702, it's only one member. I'm not 702 Black. It's only 1 member of Black that's still currently living, because Natina passed away in the same way that Left Eye passed away. But yeah, let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So Sita also told the ladies it's time to vote for a new queen, right? So we see the ladies voting for the queen. The fact that Keely every week votes for herself as the queen, I'm like, girl, it's the delusions of grandeur for me. Keely is delusional. Why in the hell are you voting for yourself as the queen when you ain't done a lick of shit in the 5 episodes that we have had thus far? You were creative director, but you have done nothing creatively with the group. What the fuck do you think you deserve? Why the hell do you think you deserve to be the queen? Please explain that shit to me. Girl, Keely, sit down somewhere. Go buy a bucket of chicken. So we have the votes, right? So it came down to a tie, and that tie was between Aubrey, Fallon, and Lamisha. So they were like, well, what happens if, well, now there's a tie. What do we do? I'm like, y'all got to be the dumb. I'm like, okay, I get it. Y'all probably playing this up for the camera. So Aubrey goes to the Queen's mandate, right? I'm like, it's pretty obvious how this tiebreaker is going to be broken. The Queen is going to break it. And lo and behold, that's what it said. The Queen has to break it. So, like I said, it's a tie between Aubrey. It's a tie between her, Lamisha, and Fallon. Now, Aubrey's not going to vote for herself because Aubrey probably doesn't want to be queen at this point, and she has an issue with Fallon. So, of course, she's going to vote for Lamisha. I was kind of like, really, Lamisha? Now, mind you, the twins felt some type of way about this because the twins felt, one of them, I don't know who it is. I think I'm trying to get them to figure out who is who, and it's gonna be shady when I say it, but it's because of them damn terrible ass wigs. It's those humped up ass wigs. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, Felicia is the one that has the Felicia. Okay, I believe Felicia is the one that has the curly wig, and Fallon is the one with the straight one, or it could be vice versa. But I know them when I see them. I know them when you look at the wigs. That's how you can tell who is who. One has a curly wig and one has a straight wig. But one of them felt some type of way. I think it was actually Felicia at first that felt a type of way, but then Fallon was like, the twins are working my nerves. Period. Point blank. So then we see Felicia, right? So Felicia goes to talk to Aubrey, right? And Felicia tells Aubrey that she felt disrespected after the conversation. Well, actually, no. Aubrey told Felicia that she felt disrespected after she heard the conversation between her, Fallon, and between Fallon, Felicia, and Keely, right? So then Felicia's like, well, me and Elijah had a whole conversation, and Elijah said that, you came to him with, the bullshit. Now, here's the thing with the Elijah and Fallon and Felicia and Aubrey situation. When Aubrey told, Elijah what happened last week, I think Aubrey should have kept that, and not Aubrey, I think Elijah should have been like, what, I'm not here for that, I'm here for business, and left it at that and not got involved in the mess. So what Aubrey's trying to say is that when it came down to Elijah, she was telling him that she wanted an outside track. And I'm like, Aubrey, that's not exactly what you said. Now, mind you, you did kind of repeat what he said, but you left out what you said. It's messy. So on top of me thinking that Keely stirs the pot, so does Aubrey. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So Elijah and Cosign, they're at the house, right? And the twins, the twins are talking to him about Aubrey and what was said, and he says that he didn't say it. And I love the fact that when it comes to reality TV, the fact that the producers in the editing room, they replay what was said. In this situation, both Elijah and Aubrey are telling parts of the truth, but they're not telling the complete truth. So then he wants Aubrey to come down so they can get this whole situation straight. And I'm just like, once again, Elijah, why are you involving yourself in these women's drama? You are there for a job. Do your job and let them bicker, fight, and argue and do whatever. So Aubrey comes down, right? When Aubrey came down, Elijah and Aubrey got into it. And I was like, this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Like, I just, even here in my notes, it says, now, Elijah, I don't agree with you getting in this drama. So then, Lamisha and one of the twins, I can't remember which twin it was, I think it was the one with the straight hair, they got into it. It was Fallon. It's Fallon. Fallon is the one with the straight hair, and Felicia is the one with the curly. Finally got it. So yeah, it was Fallon. So Fallon was like, all of this could have been avoided if I had been elected queen. And Lamisha was like, girl, what? I'm like, oh no. See, the funny thing is, y'all were talking about Aubrey last week when she and Keely got into it, and she was the queen. But look at here, Lamisha is getting into it with Fallon. Now, Cosign chimed into this conversation, and he was actually literally trying to calm the situation down, but the twins got offended and walked out of the studio. I'm like, are y'all ever gonna make a song? Like, I'm just sitting there like, are y'all ever going to make y'all have an EP. Y'all need to make 5 songs. 3 of them, right? 3 of them have to have all 9 members on them. Y'all only have 2 songs at this point. Like, are y'all ever gonna sit down for a minute and just actually work on the record? It's ridiculous. And then y'all have a listening party coming up, and again, 2 songs. 2 songs, that's all y'all got. So the girls then go into Keely's room, right? And they notice that Aubrey's bed is gone. And this gave me very much feels of the Bad Girls Club. If you guys never watched the Bad Girls Club, the Bad Girls Club, they were notorious for taking other girls' beds because those beds are very light. So they would take the beds and the mattress and take it right out to the pool and throw it in the pool. I'm like, is Aubrey's bed in the pool? Carlos, did you put Aubrey's bed in the pool? Where is Aubrey's bed? So now the whole thing is, where in the world is Aubrey O'Day? Do we care? Not really. The twins, for them to say that, they just made their first million, your wigs say otherwise. Them humpy ass wigs say otherwise. Let's move on. All right, you guys, so we got this brief scene. I don't know if they said what song it was, but we got this brief scene where Pam was in the studio with the twins. I don't know what song they were working on, but Pam got in the booth, and Pam actually sounded pretty good. Again, I don't know what song this is. These women have so many issues. It's hilarious. So then Shamari, we see her, she's on the phone with Ron. Get those shoulders bouncing. I need to see them shoulders bouncing. So they bouncing their shoulders because it's their wedding anniversary. He's asking her about what's going on. And she's telling him they ain't got no songs. They can't really get along. And then she also tells him, he helps her with her confidence. I'm like, get them shoulders bouncing. We better get them shoulders bouncing. So then Aubrey. So Aubrey finally returns, right? And she tells the girls that, she's done fighting with them. She's telling us to Keely, Fallon, and Felicia, right? So then they discuss the set list, right? So they have to perform the songs. And this is something else that they cannot agree on, is the set list. So on the board, because they keep erasing stuff and adding stuff, so on the board they have at the top of the list that song Skeletons that we heard last week. And like I said in last week's review, I don't think Skeletons is a strong song because it's not a song that I would necessarily purchase. If you can buy the EP separate, like Skeletons just wouldn't be a song that I would purchase because it just doesn't sound that good to me. So Aubrey and Felicia believe that Skeletons should be at the end, right, of the set list. And they feel that Talking should be the song that they start with and let Skeletons be the song that they end with on a bang. I'm like, the song is not that good, but whatever. Now, like I said, I think everyone is in agreement with that, with the exception of Fallon. Fallon wants Skeletons to be the song that they perform. I don't know what, I think she wants Talking to be the ending song. I don't know. So then the twins start to argue with one another. I'm like, oh, shoot. It's a friction and a divide between the sisters because they're going at it. And like I said, it's the issue of Skeletons being the first song or Talking being the first song. And eventually the twins talk. So Fallon says to Felicia, only way we can keep talking is if me and you work on it. And I was like, that's exactly what Aubrey is. As much as, Aubrey has been divisive and whatnot, Aubrey said that. This whole EP, if y'all continue to let Fallon and Felicia lead, if it keeps going the same way, with Fallon and Felicia producing every song, you're gonna have Cherish 2.0. Like literally, you're gonna have Cherish 2.0. So then we see Aubrey. So Aubrey is down in the studio, right? And Aubrey is talking to the other girls. And Aubrey, actually, she didn't say anything that I thought was shit talking, so Fallon took it. She didn't say anything that was I perceived as her talking shit. She said that, though those are songs that they do have on the board, they're not up-tempo songs. They're kind of like slow songs. And she feels that they need an up-tempo song. And she says she feels that they should go to like, Elijah and Cosign and say, hey, we need an up-tempo song. Like, let's do that. So then Felicia decides to go to Fallon. Fallon decides to go to Felicia and tell her that Aubrey is talking shit. Once again, she's talking about, the songs. That, the songs are not that good. That's literally not what the girl said. The girl never said anything about the songs not being that good. Aubrey said that these songs are slow, which they are slow. And she wants them to have a upbeat, up-tempo song. If this is a girl group and you guys are supposed to be singing and dancing, I mean, yes, on your album have some slow ballads, but bitch, have some upbeat, up tempo songs that you can go and listen to in the club. And you know, when you're in the club, like, hey, that's my shit. Like, let me get up and dance to that. The shit that y'all are playing, you're gonna be in the club. You're gonna be slowly dancing, and it's just like so. Then Fallon and Felicia go down to the studio. That producer, he wasn't paying them a lick of attention. Actually, let's backtrack just a little bit. Fallon and Felicia tried it with me in this episode. So Fallon and Felicia were talking about the fact that they are, women that are producers, and how many women producers do you know? Missy Elliott is one, but it took her years to get where she is. Child, and then somebody, I tweeted out, Candy is a producer as well, so put some respect on her name. Some dude got in his feces about me saying that Candy was a producer. Oh my God, this dude got in his entire feelings about that. He tweeted me talking about Candy is not a producer, she's a songwriter. I'm like, Candy has produced some songs. She produced Tardy for the Party. She produced for Jody Messina. Like, she's done some production work. Like, Candy is a producer. Like, she's produced. He was like, just because somebody, produces one song or one or two songs or co-produces, that doesn't make them a producer. That's a contradiction, you dumbass. That's a big contradiction. Just because someone produces one or two songs or co-produces one or two songs, they're not a producer. She's a songwriter. Nigga. She's a producer if you just said she's produced or co-produced a song. What the fuck is that? A producer. And then he blocked me. But you came on my tweet. I love when people do that shit. Come on my tweet, get up. And I told him like, bruh, it's not that. And I told him like, bruh, it ain't that deep. I don't know Candy. You probably don't know Candy. But in your bio, you got Brandy's name, BET, Ray J, 702. But you only got 12,000 followers. I might put that tweet up. I'm actually going to put that tweet up here somewhere because I took a screenshot of it. I'm going to put that tweet up here so you guys can see it. And go find the dude. Do whatever you want. So yeah. So the twins, like I said, so to end it, the twins are actually really getting on my nerves. Like, I get the twins. The thing with the twins is the twins are amazingly talented, but their attitudes and their reputations, especially with seeing this show, nobody's gonna want to work with you with those terrible ass attitudes on top of those terrible ass wigs, but it's really just your attitude. So then when they go down there, and mind you, Felicia is trying to go off on Aubrey, right? Aubrey said, I never said talk shit about the songs. And the girl's like, yeah, she didn't talk shit about it. And then Fallon's like, oh, well, no, she didn't talk shit about it. The twins are on my last nerve, period. I know some of y'all like the twins. I like the twins. I like the fact that the twins speak their minds, but they need to work on how to be tactful with what they say. But that's it, you guys. Be sure to like this video. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe. You guys take care of yourself. Wash your hands, wear your mask or not. Stay blessed. Social distance, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.